Everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns. I wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year before I start out here. This is an update video for Christmas. Just going to go over some new products that I got here. I want to share with you really quickly, and because I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have over the Christmas holidays to get videos out. I do want to get well, we'll talk about that in a second. Just wanted to mention here real quick. Hopefully this is still tracking my face. Let's get it to track my face. There we go. And okay, so I wanted to show you this camera that I've got. It's the Osmo Pocket, the DJI Osmo Pocket. Let's turn on this camera, and then we'll show you, because tech is cool, and I like that tech can help me make videos. So what's neat is this is face tracking. You see how it's following me? Sometimes it loses me if I duck out of the frame or whatever real quick, but it's, I'm gonna make sure I get you guys, you can see this. So it's pretty cool. So that's what I'm using to record this video. So it might do some weird stuff on me. I might have to recenter it and do different things if it loses my face, because right now it's gone a little bit low, or a little, yeah, I want my face up higher, see? I want to be up a little bit higher so that you can kind of see what I'm doing with my hands and everything. So let's talk about some new products. So the first product I want to show you is this M17 from SIG. I took it out of the box just to save time. This is kind of like a Christmas unboxing, but there's a lot I got to go over. So some stuff's in the box, some stuff's out of the box. This is the latest version of their SIG ASP, so Advanced Sport Pellet Pistols. What's really cool is, right, we've got this full-size magazine that holds the pellets, the belt-fed magazine, and the CO2, and it's even got this lever CO2 system, which is cool. Plus, you'll notice this gun has an open ejection port, so field strippable, everything. So the evolution of the ASP guns has really evolved. You know, we had basically, and I'm going to make a video dedicated, we had the P250, right? More like it's got the sort of PS4 magazine, which is the rotary magazine on either end. That was kind of replaced with this 320. That was fun. Where'd I go? I've lost myself. There we go. We'll just put this sort of in the middle here. Now, okay, that's a little too low. See, the tech is fun. Here we go. That's perfect. Okay, we'll just keep it there for now, because it's going to lose me as I duck and dive. But this is a belt-fed magazine system, which is pretty cool. But, you know, this one I think had a little bit too much going on, like 30 rounds or so. And the problem with that is the belt maybe was a little bit too much friction. So the future versions, they went with 20-round magazines. At least that's what's happening, like with the X5. Same type of idea, belt-fed system, but less rounds in the magazine, which I think is just to keep the resistance down, or the friction away, because they do want the trigger pull to be nice and smooth. Okay, so we have those pistols to kind of show you that. There was also one more that they had that they came out with pellet pistol, the P226, and this is a nice pistol. I love this one because it's all metal. And by the way, you can take the tip off, unscrew that, and put on a mock suppressor, which we now carry in the Replica Airgun store. So check that out. All right, moving on, I wanted to show you the Umarex Steel. This is the Steel Strike, okay? So it's basically, it replaces there was the Steel, what was it? Steel Force, Steel Storm. This is the Steel Strike. And what's nice about it is you have this almost like an airsoft magazine, okay, that holds the BBs. It's got a hopper on it, and you can kind of load them in, but you don't use the spring system. You kind of have to shake them in still, but basically an improvement over the old system. What I like about it though, is we have this buffer tube that's where you hold the CO2 now. In the old versions, the CO2 was in here. And you'd be okay, you wouldn't really lose much when you pulled it out, but I like that the CO2 is actually in the gun, because now we can dry fire it if we want to. And not have to worry about BBs being in the gun, right? So, you know, never point at anything important just in case there happens to be one inside, but you can do that, right? So, you know, nice gun, fairly inexpensive for basically a full auto BB gun that you can, you know, shoot pretty much anywhere, anytime in your backyard. It's a lot of fun. It works really well. It has like an internal blowback system. So I highly recommend that. If you're looking for full auto fun and not to spend too much money, then that's a way to go for sure, right? Don't expect an all metal gun. That's not what it's about. It's about having fun and having something that kind of looks like an AR. All right, so real quick here. We have another box here. This is the Umarex. It's a hard shell case. Germany, made in Germany. This is the ROM, basically RG89. So Umarex bought ROM a while back. And so now they're packaging some of their guns in these Umarex cases because it's all the same company. This is the RG89. It's basically a nickel version or satin version of the RG89. Okay, really nice pistol. It is a, 6-shot, uses 380 blanks. Front firing, like so the gas comes out the front. And nice pistol. So check out all of our ROM guns at the replicaAirguns.ca store. We got semi-autos, we got 22 cal, so they use crimp blanks. We got 380 crimped, we got 9mm blank guns. So all kinds of stuff there for you guys. If you're interested in a blank gun, let's pop this over here. Really quickly, we have the Legends series. So this is a single action Army Umarex pistol. It's just the Legends version, and this is the Wild Card, and it's just airsoft. Okay, so that's really the only difference. As you're looking at, we've seen these guns before in BB versions, and all that. We've seen them before, but now you can have them in airsoft and even have some extra rounds to come with it. So that's good. Airsoft, you're going to need some backup rounds for sure if you're using it on the field. But neat gun, absolutely. Like the finish and everything. All right, now we've seen these ones before. We've got the P08 and we've got the M712, right? So we got these guys. These are blowback BB pistols. I've reviewed them before, but not in this World War II version and not in this weathered finish. I'm just going to show you one. These are blowback blowback guns. So they have, full blowback action, right? They've got this World War II finishing and markings on them. Okay, hopefully we can get some sort of focus going on here. Not sure how focused we are, but really nice pistols. And I've thrown them on the ground, but that's okay. So check those out. I don't know if I'm going to actually do full reviews of them, like shooting and all that, because I have shot them in BB version already. The finish isn't going to change how these guns shoot, but I might do a quick tabletop video so you can see them a little closer. Another gun that I've reviewed is this Webley 44. It's the 455, right? And I've reviewed it in the black version, and I've reviewed it in steel BB already. But what we have here is we have the nickel version or the stainless version, okay? And it's a pellet version. So I'm kind of excited to re-review this one in pellet version because, pellets are gonna work a little bit different than steel BB, right? But you can see it's got beautiful finish, kind of like that Dan Wesson stainless finish. Really nice, a little bit of shiny, but it still has some texture in spots. Like on the actual barrel, you can see some sort of grooves and things on it. I don't know if you can see it in here, but you can see it's pretty nice, right? So I'm gonna retest this one again because it's the pellet version, and the pellet version will perform different than the BB version. Should be a little more accurate, although I don't remember this one being that bad. I remember actually performing pretty well. Okay, one last thing to show you is if you have a Dan Wesson, or not a Dan Wesson, it's John Wayne. If you have a John Wayne single action Army pistol revolver, then you might want to get a case like this to put it in because it is kind of a collector thing, right? So this is a handcrafted wood, handcrafted in America, okay? So pretty nice. You got this kind of like blue felt sort of thing, foam felt thing going on. You can put it in there, right? Kind of nice. So check that out. We have that in our Replica Airgun store as well. And really nice, good quality wood case to highlight or showcase some of your revolvers, your single action armies. Now you can't put the really long barreled one in there, but you will be able to put like the 4-inch versions and shorter barrels in there. All right, that's it, I think. I think I got it all. Yeah, that's it. So check us out. Any of these products out in our replicaAirguns.ca, replicaAirguns.us store. I'm not sure exactly which ones are in both, but most of these are going to be in Canada. Well, all of them should be in Canada unless they're out of stock. Some of them will be in the US, or most of them will be in the US, again, unless they're out of stock. Or some items we don't carry in the US, but most we do. That's pretty much it. So you can get them at replicaAirguns.ca, replicaAirguns.us. We have a whole bunch of products there, air guns, BB guns, pellet guns, airsoft guns, blank guns, and other accessories. So check out those stores if you're interested in. Also come on down to replicaAirguns.com. I usually put articles, post reviews, a lot of times additional photos of the products. So if you want to see them a little closer in, see an actual picture, you can do that. And read my written description on things that are going on. Sometimes it's slightly different or more information than what's in these videos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.